Put the dog. Don't tell me to put the dog. This is not a lower body setup, okay? I can have him out. I can have him out. My bad, y'all. I was late. I was looking for this. I'm supposed to have a black one. I'm supposed to have a black one. This will have to do. This is gonna have to do. I can't even see, the chat is not even updating right. I don't know why. Oh, I'm looking at Twitch only. Hold up. Give me a second, chat. Give me a second. Give me a quick little second. I don't even know what YouTube is saying right now. I don't know. Y'all keep talking about my feet. What's good? What's good? Okay. The blue better. Love the drip. Okay. Itachi. And the fit is not that tough. What do you mean this fit? What do you mean the fit is not that tough? I'm the judge. I'm the judge, jury, executioner. What are you talking about? Whew. I am the judge, jury, executioner. Please show more of the dogs. I beg. Why are you begging me for that? We see the fit Piccolo. You look like you're wearing a. I'm a judge. Have you ever been to court, buddy? You ever been to court, buddy? I'm a judge. The things, top 5 hardest things to do for J fans. I don't know what he said. Stop being weird. That's definitely in the top 5. Ain't no judge dressed in blue, dog. Okay. Judge Judy tougher than... What do you mean Judge Judy is tougher than me? What do you mean Judge Judy is tougher than me? Smurf? Judge JD is crazy. I like that, though. I like it. You look like the coat hanger. What is the coat hanger meme? Bro getting fired day 1. The fit? What do you mean the fit is... Oh, y'all, chat. Is the fit hard? Honestly. Y'all think the fit is hard? Y'all think the fit goes crazy? Rate the fit 1 to 10. Rate the fit 1 to 10.7. 1 to 10.7, chat. Why is this going to Amazon? 1 to 10.7. Let me know. I'm gonna make a poll right now on YouTube. I'll mute my desktop audio. Is the fit hard, chat? Let me know. Hold up. Is the fit hard? Let's see. Let's see. Let me know if the fit goes hard. I'm about to put some music on. Copyright free. I'm about to put some music on, chat. Okay, let me see the votes actually right now. 51% yes. To all the people that said the fit wasn't hard, take that 51% and shove it. I said it. What is this? This is not no classical music. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rate the fit. Rate the fit. I can't even hear the music right now. What kind of dance should I do? Let me hear the music real quick. I'm gonna just do the Drewski dance. I'm gonna just do the Drewski dance. Hey, 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 right the fit. We got Judge J in the building today. We got Judge J in the building. We got Judge J in the building. That's enough music for now. Judge Inferno's cool. I like Judge J. I like Judge J. But anyways, today we are holding an anime court session. Let me start this thing in the Discord. Stage night, stage night, stage night. All right, we started in the Discord. Hold up, let me switch over. Got my dog right there. What the dog doing? Turn my little camera on in Discord. Y'all gonna see for real. Look at that. Look at that background. I had to buy Discord Nitro to use this. I had to buy Nitro to use this. Oh, we got a crazy audience right now. We got a crazy audience right now. Yeah, there we go. We need to click it twice. Full screen. F11. F11 don't work. F11 don't work. I'm muted? What do you mean I'm muted on Discord? Okay. Bro is mute. I'm not muted on the stream. You gotta pop in the stream. How do I hide this chat? I'm trying to hide the chat. I don't know. Paying Discord is crazy. I know. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even want to. I didn't even want to pay for this. I didn't know you can't use a custom background. It's like making my hair look crazy. I wonder if I try this. Let's try the green lights. Is that helping? Oh, that is not helping whatsoever. That is not helping whatsoever. Some natural light in here. Let's get some natural light in here. Oh. Anyways, y'all see the fit, right? Judge J in the building. That's right. We got Judge J in the building. Anime court session today, y'all. So, the way this is going to work, right? I'm going to let one person on the stage. You're going to present your character. Present what they did wrong and why you think it's either guilty or not guilty. Simple enough. And then I'm going to be the judge if they actually are guilty or not. You basically have to try and convince me. You don't have to fully convince me. If I just agree with your viewpoints, I guess, it'll count as a pass or whatever. And I'll allow some objections, right? I'm not going to do it every single time. If it's close enough, I'll let an objection go. Or if I accept it, I'll do an objection. And then someone else can come in with the person, the defendant, and then they can defend whoever or go against the defendant, whatever. That's how an objection works, right? What's good, Bendy? I see you in the Twitch. What's good? What's good? How's that sound, y'all? How does that sound? Can you lock the guy? Okay. Night gaming on Twitch might have to get a little mute or something. How's that sound, y'all? How the rules sound? Sound good? Anything I should add? We have defendants, objections when I accept them, or I'm close to whatever. I'll let the mods know. How does that sound, y'all? Okay, okay. What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? Fit hard. That's a hey. Shout out Dragon Ball. Shout out my boy Dragon Ball. Also, chat. If I miss any like donations or anything, I can't like see them. So let me know. Pester me in the chat. This chat is not popping up right for me. Perfect, perfect. Where's Maharaga, attorney of law? I don't know. You tell me. I'm the judge. Maybe he's gonna come up on the stage. Anyways, if you're in the live, if you want to participate, make sure you join the Discord. Fit looks like Goku's winter fit. Fit is crazy. Blue fit, kind of fire. All right, I think it's time to get things started. Mods, it's time to allow our first defendant into Jay's kit. Or allow the first person into Judge Jay's courtroom now. Let's go. Who's first? Who's first?
Hello, sir.
Oh, we got two people up in here. Hold up, hold up. Let's go. We'll do one at a time. Let me boot this guy. Hold up. All right. Welcome to the courtroom, sir.
Hello.
What do you have for me today?
So, I'm here to defend Duolingo.
Duolingo, the app?
Yes, the Spanish. Yes.
Okay, what did Duolingo do?
Be accused of tearing families apart, taking people's parents. But to defend Duolingo, first of all, he's doing this for the betterment of the people. He wants people to learn languages. He wants people to learn math and music. He wants to help them. Sure, maybe I'll admit his intentions may be slightly wrong. However, he's doing this for the better. And second, I think that after the Cybertruck incident of Duolingo getting ran over.
I'm sorry, I had no idea what bro was talking about. We need somebody new. I apologize. Yo, what's good, my boy? Welcome to the courtroom. Oh, okay. Who are you defending today?
The Emperor of the Universe, Frieza.
I don't even need to ask what he did. Just tell me your defense here.
Your Honor, he may have destroyed planet Vegeta and tried to kill every Saiyan, become immortal by using the Dragon Balls of Namek, and may have committed universal endangerment, crimes against humanity, mass genocide, war crimes, mutilation, animal cruelty, stalking, embezzlement, and assault and battery, and even treason. But I'm not arguing that he is not guilty. I am arguing for a plea deal, since he did something that I believe will be able to reduce his sentence from death or life imprisonment to 40 years. He participated in the Tournament of Power, and alongside the rest of Universe 7, helped to save every universe that ever was through helping to achieve Android 17's victory, and thus his wish of restoring every universe that was destroyed. Therefore, I believe my client, due to his participation, should be allowed to get a plea deal to get his sentence reduced from either life or death to merely 4 decades inside a federal security prison.
Okay, how about this? I feel like his sentence is around the range of, yeah, like you said, life to death. I'll reduce it to around like 10,000 years. That's the best I can do.
Understood. He'll live that long anyway, thanks to my Dragon Ball meddling.
Okay, any objections to this? He's going from life to 10,000 years for his contributions. And this is 10,000 years in hell, by the way. We're not reviving him. Well, he already is revived. We're going to send him to hell first.
No objections. My client's sentence is amicable.
What do y'all think, chat? We got a couple of objections in the chat. Let's let somebody up here. Oh, he just left. I didn't even hit my hammer yet. I don't have a hammer, but yeah, we gonna reduce Frieza's sentence. Okay. Who next? Who next?
Is my mic working?
Oh yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
All right. So I'm gonna keep it Dragon Ball, but I'm gonna choose Cell this time. So number one, he was made against his will, and he was made out of all the strongest fighters, and he was basically bug-like. So he was kind of forced to fight. So what was he supposed to do? Personally, I don't think he should be in hell, but I think he should at least reduce the sentence to around, like, say 70 years in prison because he got created and it wasn't his fault. He was just made to be like an ultimate fighting machine.
So if you're saying it's not his fault, how can I even give him a sentence in the first place?
Good question. Because he basically like murked all the Z fighters and like assaulted them, basically.
Yeah, it doesn't really help the case.
Yeah. But he didn't have his will to do this. It was basically Dr. Duro who did it. And technically it was the Z fighters who kind of did it because they got their DNA. So technically the Z fighters should be in prison right now.
For defeating the guy that was about to destroy said universe that he was threatening.
No.
Am I hearing this right?
It's because basically the Z fighters were fighting themselves.
So you're arguing that Cell is a Z fighter?
Yes. Trust me. It's not stupid. It's very valid.
All right. I hear you, but I don't hear you at the same time. He's guilty. He's guilty.
I call cap.
Cell, get this man up out of here. Talking about some Cell is a Z fighter. What are you talking about? Jail. Can you use voice changers? I mean, if you want to. Who next? Who we got?
Hello, Yuji Itadori here. Big fan. I love your content, by the way.
Thank you. I'm Judge J for today. I am not Inferno. I am Judge J. I'm his distant cousin. Very similar appearance-wise, but I'm not him. I'm not him. I didn't come here to play these games today. Who are you defending?
Your Honor, this may confuse you. This might surprise you, but I am defending Majin Buu.
Okay. For?
Well, basically, it's kind of like the same thing for Cell. He was created to, basically destroy everything. And yes, he's known for destroying everything. He took down the Kais. He took down other Kais. He absorbed them. And it took like a lot of strong people to steal them away. But to my knowledge, Buu wasn't really all that bad. Because if you think about it like this, so far in the series, we've seen him As the beginning, as he was born, he took down the Z Fighters. He took down the Bora, who was technically a bad guy, but he only did it for fun. But the main counter argument I would love to bring up is the fact that Majin Buu had a good side and a bad side. His good side was shown in his base form, his fat form and all that stuff, while his evil side was his inner skinny dude that was basically pure evil, that also absorbed Majin Buu himself and basically sealed him inside and becoming the actual Majin Buu as everyone feared. So how it works is this: Majin Buu. Yes, Majin Buu has killed people and destroy others, but that was because it was all he was known for. Basically, if you put it into account, is he bad because he destroyed things, or just because he does he destroy things because he's bad? And I think that argument is really, really wrong. And I will hope to alleviate his sentence for all the crimes he did to at least about, I say, 10 years. Because he also attacked heaven.
Let me stop you right there. I'm kind of confused. What Buu are you defending right now?
Majin Buu.
I'm not really
entirely.
Majin Buu. There's like different forms of Majin Buu, though. Like you're saying, there's like good side, evil side. We got to focus on one here.
True, but if you think about it, think about it like this. Majin Buu, yes, he did have a good side and a bad side, but they were just the same Buu. Only difference is he was the Buu that the evil Buu that we all know about was basically
I'm locking him up. I'm sorry. I'm locking him up. You getting locked up, my boy. I didn't know what was going on. Who's next? We've yet to get a compelling case so far. So, what do you have for me today, brother?
I'm thankful for being here. Today I will defend Aizen for the 1 billion years he's trapped on the Soul Society.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so first off, Aizen's plan was to take off the Soul King out of the palace and become the new quote-unquote god of the Soul Society. It is flawed to say that the Soul King is actually in a position to control Soul Society, as the royal families have cut his body and trapped him on a vegetal state. So, Soul Society is also a corruptive place that does a lot of shit under the place. Aizen's intentions are not as bad when you look around, because when he wanted to become the new ruler of the Soul Society, to take off a lot of problems that undergo in the system, we can also see how he commands people when he made the Espada. You see, Hueco Mundo is a place where is a chaos. There's a lot of beasts there walking around and everything. My client here, when taking administration of the Hueco Mundo, not only made it a peaceful place with all the castles, and he made an artificial sun, he also protected from a lot of danger. I say that Aizen's motives are correct in a way that if he became the god of the New Soul Society, it would improve what was flawed already. So the answer is, my client is not the one who needs to be judged. It's actually the Soul Society who needs to be judged.
So my thing is this. You're talking a lot about intention, but the reason he's here today is because of the action, the things he's done. I don't think there's anything...
Yeah,
I don't think your intentions can justify.
I don't see why. If he did the Soul Society did worse than him on all of his high life, We can bring up the Quincy here, the extermination of the Quincy, which is a lot worse than what Aizen did.
This ain't about the Soul Society though. This is about Aizen.
No, but Aizen plans it's a whole. It englobes the Soul Society as a whole. It englobes all the worlds.
Okay, you know what? Here's what I can do. 20,000 year sentence. I can reduce that to 19,999. How does that sound?
Okay, for an immortal being, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
There we go. Have a good day, sir. He got a year off. He got a year off. Who next? Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. The client I'm gonna defend right now is gonna be Mahito.
Hold up. Excuse me. You said, could you repeat that for me?
The client I'm gonna defend is gonna be Mahito.
Give me just 1 second. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's go with you. Someone got invited. Someone just got invited. Let's see who we got. Who do we got? Yeah, apparently that he just got on. No one even invited him to the stage. I don't know how he got there. Okay. I'll go with you. Hello, how are you doing today? All right. Who is next? I've yet to get like a real compelling case here. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is actually low key sad.
Hello?
Hello, sir. How are you doing on this fine afternoon?
Hello, Judge J. I am here with a very serious case, one that I believe no one will ever try to attempt, and it comes from Hunter x Hunter, my man Hisoka. Now, before everything begins, I must state, everyone is slandering this man's name. He is not a truly bad person. Evidence 1, he shows ample respect to Gon. As you can see in his fights, when he goes to fight Gon, he shows respect for Gon's strength and wishes for him to do great. That is not something a predator would do. He is a good man. What he is actually turned on by is strength, which is a very unfortunate correlation with Gon. but we can see he gets the same feeling with Chrollo. If this is the case, we can showcase that he is not a predator, but rather a misunderstood man that everyone thinks is a truly bad person.
Let me just ask this. What was he doing in Greed Island checking out Gon and Killua's badonkadonks?
What? I don't know.
What was he doing?
About.
You don't know what I'm talking about? I mean, they got it in 4K.
I plead the fifth. I do not know.
They caught him, and they weren't even looking at him.
I do not remember this occasion. I remember him simply congratulating them for their strength, especially during the dodgeball tournament. You saw them all work together as a perfect team. Nothing bad occurred. Hisoka had the perfect chance to do something, but he never did. This shows he's innocent. Okay,
you said evidence 1. We'll move on. What's your further evidence?
Further evidence? Well, let me show you. He never made a move as well. If he was truly evil, he could have done anything at any point in the story, but he never did. When in the story has he ever done anything to harm Gon or Killua, apart from the fights in the very beginning arc?
Okay, I'll give you that. We don't see it, but we know what he wants to do.
Now I see your point. However, he also wants to do this to Chrollo, and Chrollo is an adult. It's because strength. It is not because he is a underage male.
All right.
It's not age. He doesn't hate him like.
Okay. No act, no crime is crazy. Okay. I see your viewpoints. I don't necessarily agree with them. He hasn't done anything, but we've seen him display actions that would get any ordinary person locked up too.
I do agree there.
So, unfortunately, he's guilty, and you are too, my boy. I sentence you to 40, 50 years, no bail. 60 even. That is a crazy logic, talking about some Chrollos and adult. What do you mean? Yeah, they can share a cell together. Who next? Y'all gotta be ready. Y'all gotta be ready. Now I'm gonna start inviting people. Oh, we got two people. Is it like a double case or something?
Who knows? All right, Your Honor. I would like to do my case on Light Yagami.
Light Yagami, okay.
Okay. So, Light Yagami's main case was that he was trying to rid the world of criminals. Criminals that L or the police force didn't decide to pick up himself. However, due to multiple people trying to get in his way of making a better world for others, he had to kill some extra people. Over like 100,000, more or less. However, his main belief was that he was trying to rid the world of crime and evil. The defense could, or we could argue that he genuinely believes it.
Believes what?
Because he genuinely believes that he's ridding the world from evil. However, but you could also argue that he's killing people as well because of a lot of the petty crimes he did. Like he killed shoplifters, which you could argue was a petty kill.
I wouldn't have to argue. I don't think I have to argue that, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not really an argument. I think, but keep going.
You see, he was just a normal high school student before receiving the Death Note, and then after that, throughout the time skip, L kept trying to get rid of Kira, which caused him to need to kill L so that he doesn't get killed himself, because he believes he's the only person in the world who could do this.
L was trying to capture him. He wasn't trying to kill him.
Didn't they say that they were gonna execute Kira?
Well, it got to a point because he's killing 100,000 people.
It was over that. Like, I think it was 200.
Aren't you defending him? Yeah, it was over there. Aren't you defending him?
Alright.
I'm missing your main point here. What's your main overall stance on this?
That Kira's killing should be justified due to most of them being over the top criminals.
You said most of them? So not all of them.
You could argue.
Here we go with the arguments.
I'm saying you could argue that him getting L killed and a lot of the petty shoplifters. I'm mainly asking you to defend his case to 20 years. I'm not defending. To lower his judgment by 20 years. His main intentions were good intentions, however, he mainly just wanted to.
Yeah, his good intentions were good until they weren't.
Yeah, until L had stepped in.
Until L stepped in.
He was mainly killing criminals until L had stepped in.
You know what? You know what he was?
What?
Guilty. He guilty. Yo, what's good, my boy? Ashbourne? He not here. Let's get some double cases going.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me well?
Yeah.
Yo, what's good? What's good? We got a double case here. Y'all gotta work together.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I got genuine law case for Doflamingo. I genuinely know a lot of stuff for this one.
Doflamingo.
I had a different case in mind.
Okay, I can back you up on this one. I got you, man.
Okay, I was gonna say, let's start off with my case. Dr. Takato Maruki from Persona 5 Royal.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, I don't either. You explain what he did to me, and we can go from there.
So, his main thing was that he decided to rewrite reality. After the main events of the game, came to try and help the world, rid the world of its pain. But while doing this, he may have robbed the world of its free will, but it was for a cause of helping to rid the world of its pain. And because of this, I believe that his sentence could be reduced from potentially 15 years or so, potentially a lot higher, down to roughly 10 years in community service to help him understand the error of his ways.
Am I hearing this?
While his intentions were good, he was misguided in his efforts.
So what you're saying is this was an act of public vigilantism, which is still technically a crime in most legal areas, which means that technically he could be under jurisdiction to be arrested and go to many decades in prison.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so I suggest that instead we admit to guilt and try to lower his sentence from, say, 40 years to
life.
Honestly, life without a chance of parole would work, because did he kill people, Excalibur? May I ask?
No, he did not kill anyone.
Okay, so we are free of murder charges, which means that we could just charge him.
I mean, he actually resurrected people that were dead.
Okay, so he performed medical stuff without a license. That is a crime in some
No,
states.
he actually does have a license. He's
Oh, if he
he's
has-
a licensed therapist.
Okay, so in that case, in my
Therapist.
opinion,
We
he's
get a
doing
therapist bring people to life.
The lore persona is some wild stuff.
Okay, so if I'm hearing this right, he robbed the world of free will to solve people's pain. Sounds a lot like Madara.
I got a
Yeah,
way
to be honest,
defend
that's
this.
probably a better case. Yeah, that's
I have-
probably the best that I could
have
come
a
up
way.
with in terms of
Excuse me,
comparison.
Your Honor.
he
Your
guilty,
Honor,
he
I have a way
guilty.
to defend this.
Okay, hold up.
Okay.
You can go on with your case. Go on with your case.
Okay. I have a case for Doflamingo.
Okay.
So first of all, as we can see throughout his backstory, he was
Hold
mistreated
up.
by the
First,
public,
explain like just a couple of his crimes. There's a long list. We might be here all day if you explain everything.
Murder, slavery, a lot of implied stuff with Viola, which I can chalk up to insanity. We can see that throughout his backstory that he was mistreated by the public, which not only is a crime for public harassment and endangerment, but also, well, he was physically abused as a child and manipulated. So what I think should be done is instead of I'm pretty sure he's got death row, right? He's on death row.
I would say so. Lowest level of impel down for the moment.
I would like to apply for the insanity plea. I would like for him to have life without chance of parole, and I would like for his legal name to be changed from Don Quixote Doflamingo to just Doflamingo, so that way he can reject his Celestial Dragon heritage. I'd like to use the insanity plea for this, and I may provide more if you would like so, Your Honor.
Yeah, go on and go forth. Go on. I'm willing to listen.
Okay, thank you. So, with the assault on Luffy, that was in self-defense because, yeah. With the enslavement of Dressrosa, I cannot defend that outside of the insanity plea. He was raised from a young age to believe that he was a god by the Celestial Dragons. They all were. So if anything, we should be suing the Celestial Dragons here.
Oh no, I don't play with them. I try to bring a Celestial Dragon in here. I'll go be on the defendant case.
That is true, but outside of that, Doflamingo is no longer a Celestial Dragon, so we're not talking about it. I don't know, I'm stupid. But anyways, I believe that since Doflamingo was mentally insane, I think we can all agree with that, right?
Yeah, he got a screw or two loose, yeah.
I believe that for his crimes, we could treat him almost as a serial killer. So I would like to admit to guilt, actually.
Okay.
I would like to admit to guilt and request that his sentence is not death row, but instead life without parole, due to the fact that Doflamingo was not mentally well during the time of his crimes. He is a mentally unstable patient and needs mental therapy.
You know what? I like that argument. I hereby sentence him from the lowest level of impel down. He can go one level up.
All right. Kamabaka Kingdom level 5.5. I can take it.
Nah, he not going there. He going to the next suffering one.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we moving him up. Who next? Do y'all see this right here? I'm about to put you on the stage. All right. We got next.
Good evening.
Hello there. Who are you defending today?
Well, there were quite a few I could have added up here. They all requested it. But I'm going to do one you know. You're a friend of sorts, Makima.
What do you mean a friend of sorts?
Come on, we all know.
Okay, you know what? Continue. What did she do? What are you defending her for?
There was quite a few things she has done, like the things yeah, you would know. The things she's done with Denji, the mass murder, killing people she didn't need to kill, touching people she didn't need to touch, and manipulation of a global scale.
Yeah.
So all in all, when her backstory is basically she was raised in like jurisdiction of a government, but the government didn't necessarily have the needs it had to control a devil, thus meaning the devil went on to do what she believed was right in creating a world that was better for what she believed was perfect.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you right there. Let me provide an analogy, right? You're saying she's doing what she thought would be for the sake of a better world, right?
Correct.
Her methodologies are for the greater good, right? What if I think the world is better off dead? Kill everybody. I thought it was for the greater good.
It was for her point of view, not the world's.
That's my point of view. Would I be innocent?
No.
I think we're about done here then.
Okay, what is the sentence then, Your Honor?
Death.
Okay.
I need a good case. Where's Saul Goodman at? Where Phoenix Wright? Where he at? Better Call Saul? Where he at? Where yeah, I see him. Is that him in the chat? No way. Where is he? I don't see you. Yo, I just seen Saul Goodman in the chat. Where is he? I don't see him. Sage of Uniqueness. I'm gonna go for you. You got an interesting name. Seem like somewhat of a pacifist. Okay. What's good?
What's good?
Who are you defending?
My client here is Sukuna. So I have 4 reasons. All right. So Sukuna is often portrayed more like a natural disaster than an evil person. You know, he does what he wants, not out of malice necessarily, but because he's.
You got to go back to school, buddy. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't check. I'll leave it to the mods to bring him up here. Going in blind is kind of a little bit. Who next?
Yo. What's up, Jay?
What's good, bro? Who are you defending today?
My boy, Vander Decken did nothing wrong, okay?
You said who?
Vander Decken, bro. You know, Fishman Island.
Oh, yeah. I know now. Who? Go on.
Okay, so basically, okay, he didn't wanna go on minor Shiroshi, okay? He wanted to wait till she was 18. He didn't do nothing to her when she was a minor, okay? He just was a little bit,
Are you telling me that? So what you're saying is he tried to pre-order? You know that's still wrong, right?
Bro, maybe does the law say that? It's not wrong, okay? She was. Bro, chill, okay? Nothing happened to her. Vander Decken is a fine gentleman. He was waiting for his life. He was waiting for it to grow up. Okay, if he was a pedo, he would have just.
No, you gotta drop that if. You gotta drop that if, but he is one. Tell me.
No, he's not.
When
no,
you take
he's
your
not.
whoa. You gotta relax. Okay.
Okay.
Let me ask you this one question: when you take your animal, get a haircut, get a bath, what is that process called? Take your dog to the
Yeah,
grr,
uh-huh,
starts with gr,
yeah, I know. What about
gro.
that? Yeah,
Okay.
what about that?
No,
Are
I'm
you saying
saying like
that
I want you
Vander
to say
Decken-
the word. I
are
want
you
you to
sa-
say the
Are you
word.
accusing my Vander Decken of doing that?
I want you to say the word.
I'm not saying that. But are you gonna use that against me?
No, I'm just saying. Say what's the word? I'm just asking what the word is.
Oh, bro. You know what? We both know the word, okay? There's no reason to say. There's no reason. No
Yeah, we
reason to-
both know it. That's what he's doing.
Bro, he's not. Bro, he's not. He didn't do nothing. Did you see that? Did you see that in the manga? He did nothing. He didn't even touch her. Okay, he touched her one. He touched her one.
You don't have to touch someone for it to be. You taking his sentence for him. I'm giving him your sentence. I'm giving his sentence to you. Get him up out of here. Sal Goodman.
Honorable Judge Jay, I thank you for letting me appear on the stand today to defend my client, Dio Brando.
Oh, brother, here we go.
First of all, it can be argued that in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, fate is absolute. This is demonstrated multiple times in the series, such as with The Stand, Rolling Stones, and King Crimson. Fate is an absolute force in JoJo, and no matter what, something that is fated to happen will happen unless you have an ability that allows you to defy fate. However, that is irrelevant for this case because Dio Brando does not have this. It can be argued then that no character in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has any free will. And because of this, Dio Brando was not doing any of his own actions and was being controlled by fate the entire time.
So who am I supposed to bring to the stand? Fate itself?
You could, but it would likely kill you. It doesn't like when things go against fate.
You've brought up a very interesting dilemma here. I don't know what to say.
Actually, yeah, that's actually his entire plan was to make it so everybody knew exactly what their fate was, so they weren't as bound to it. That was his heaven plan. So additionally, on top of what you could argue with there being no free will, you could argue that the deaths that he caused serve the ultimate better goal of giving everyone satisfaction and relief from living their life in pain and peril and fear of what is to come in their future, as well as the fact that due to his heaven plan, the universe would be reset and everyone he would kill would be revived again and live their lives as if he had never been there in the first place, meaning he essentially never killed them.
Any objections to this? We're gonna allow some objections because I'm kind of at a standstill here. I don't really know how to push this forward. Who's objecting? Okay, we gonna bring someone up. Wait, just 1 second, Mr. Goodman.
Of course.
We got an objection. Hello?
It would appear as if the opposition has left the courtroom, Your Honor.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, yes, and also to reaffirm my stance that fate is absolute in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I would like to point you towards evidence A in chat.
Oh, you got evidence in the chat. Okay.
Here's Diavolo explaining his ability, in which whenever he looks towards the future, anything that is fated to occur will happen 100% of the time. Fate is pre-planned. He simply views it in advance. Something that is fated to happen will occur no matter what. This is seen, for example, in the Enrico Pucci, I guess this is spoilers for part 6. Enrico Pucci versus, I believe his name is, shoot, it's that dumb little kid. It doesn't matter. Point is,
Yo, I got charge you for that.
Nah, trust me, he deserves it. He's kind of a whiny baby.
Okay, we got an objection actually.
All right. So, I would say Mr. Saul Goodman does have like a decent point about the heaven plan and all that stuff. But are we going to ignore the fact that he, 1, burned a dog, number 2, killed Jotaro's friggin' classmate or whatever, Kakyoin, and not only that, also brainwashed him as well to do his will?
I will. Let me add to this. Let me add to this, Mr. Goodman. Mr. Goodman. Let me add to this. Why is he such a hater as well? If it's his fate to be a hater, like what specific reason does he have to be such a hater? If you could answer that, like why is that his fate? If you could explain for me.
We do not know because unfortunately his heaven plan was dismantled before it could come to fully to fruition. If he achieved his heaven plan while he was still alive, then he likely would have known why he was fated to be such a hater. That is the beauty of this heaven plan. You will understand your own fate and be able to comprehend it, and thus be able to live with your life in peace. And also, additionally,
There had to be something driving him. I'm sorry. There had to be something driving him. This brother's a hater for no reason.
Yes.
Fate.
I still believe he should also be held accountable for his actions.
Tell me, Judge J, would you hold the puppet accountable for the things the puppet master forces it to do?
I'm saying Dio installed like a flesh bud on Kakyoin. I'm not saying Kakyoin should be guilty. I'm saying Dio himself should be.
But that falls under the category of there being no free will in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is actually
Okay,
very
so
well
you know what I'm gonna do? What you gonna have to defend Fate at this point.
Oh no, Fate is undefendable. It's a bastard. Luckily for me, Fate does not pay my bills. Dio Brando does.
Why is Dio paying your bills? Is that his fate too?
Him, of course.
Okay.
He's very wealthy.
I don't know. Here's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if there's some kind of like a higher court without the gods who manage fate or whatever, but this is beyond my power. I don't know what to say, Mr. Goodman. I guess you would have you've succeeded here today.
Thank you for your time, Honorable Judge J.
Yep, I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. I can't say anything to that. He got his evidence. I would have to prove that fate doesn't exist. Who next? Who is next?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect to be invited up here. So like, I'm here to defend my client, Neferpitou.
What is Saul Goodman doing back here? Hold up. The fact that you coming up here saying I wasn't ready, that's not a good look. That's not a good look.
I'm not gonna cap, I just joined. But like, I think I know what's going on. Alright, I'm here to defend Pito because first off, she's acting on like that's her freaking natural instinct, I guess, since like she's like an ant. I mean, like, all to us, like, we're like viewing her actions as wrong, but to her, like, it's kind of like, that's like their nature and stuff like that, since like they're not like humans, like.
Okay, so you're arguing that she doesn't abide by like a human moral code, right?
Yeah.
So who we supposed to call? Like the animal control? I don't know what to do here. Pito's in this court right now. I don't know what to do. Mr. Goodman, do you have anything to say? Mr. Goodman?
No, sir, I do not.
Even Saul Goodman got nothing to say. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. We gonna have to call the animal control. I'm gonna leave you up here, Mr. Goodman. Feel free to chime in.
I have a case.
Is this even the same? This ain't even the same Saul Goodman. You an imposter.
I have a case.
Hold on. Where's the other Saul Goodman? You need to come back to the stage, but I'll hear you out while we do that.
All right. My case is Merwin.
Oh, so we got another. Okay, which one is which?
Hello, Honorable Judge Jay. I am back at your service.
Okay, just be on standby. You can be on standby while we discuss these other cases. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you heard what I said about Pito. Like, we gotta call the animal control or something. Like, what? Or do you have some other viewpoints? If we gonna judge the ants, they gonna have to be judged as humans. I'll give you some time to think. Merwin might have got him while I was speaking my words there.
I will say that is quite a troublesome case, even for me. And
that's what I'm saying.
And despite me finding it reprehensible that an imposter would attempt to take my place among us, I have to admit.
Say that again.
That there is an imposter trying to take my place among us? And although I find it reprehensible, I have to respect the balls for taking on such an, how do I say this, hard case.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I don't even know how to judge a case like that, because like I have similar viewpoints on Merwin actually being a villain or not, but if you bring him to a courtroom, I don't know if that's the place for him.
To be honest, if he's going to be tried as a human, he belongs in the electric chair.
Yeah.
But if he's going to be tried as an ant, well, it's like he says. I believe he says something about, do you hear the cries of cows whenever you slaughter them? We are merely the less dominant species.
Yeah, he's on the top of the food chain. That's a very valid point from Merwin. Thing is, if animals judged us, if other creatures on the food chain judged us, we'd be worse than Griffith.
Exactly. It's an interesting moral quandary.
It is. We're just waiting for the next defendant to come up here, though.
What about that one guy who was going to defend Z Broly?
Z Broly? Hold up, Z Bro. Who's about to defend Z Broly? Not Super Broly. Z. Who was that?
Z Broly.
I'm gonna have to bring him up. Okay.
Jonkler Chan Uwu. Oh God, I'm going to regret this.
Hello, sir. Your Honor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. First of all, what is your name?
Good.
What is your name?
My name is Jonkler Chan Uwu. You can call me JP. You can call me Jonk. I don't really mind, Your Honor. But I do have one simple question to ask you. Is this a court of morals or is this a court of law? Legally, I believe it is a court of law, but I would like to hear your words before I start my case, if that's okay with you, Your Honor.
This is the court of Judge J. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so let me cook for a minute. Let me cook. So my client, Z Broly, from the film Legendary Super Saiyan, I believe he is standing here accused on genocide, mass murder, assault with intent to kill, and slavery, I believe. I can defend
No, believe. You know it.
I'm aware. So, first of all, my client, Z Broly, is an alien. He is not from the planet Earth, and
Hmm.
therefore cannot be tried under Earth law. My client, Z Broly, is a citizen of the planet Vegeta, which no longer exists, therefore making him not really a citizen of anything. Therefore, could you really say our lives apply to an alien from another planet? I mean,
Let's bring this to the Planet Vegeta courts. I'm sure they got some kind of a similar system. They allow this there? They allow killing people?
Actually, I would like to say something interesting here that I thought of regarding
Go for
both the Merriam case and this case.
Mm-hmm.
If we say that these people are not being tried as humans, but instead some other form of creature, then while our laws do not apply to them, our human rights also do not apply to them. We could jail them up for no valid reason at all, simply because we find them morally reprehensible. And that would technically be within the confines of the law.
I like the way you think,
As
Mr.
they
Goodman.
lack rights.
exactly.
I like the way you think. You're supposed to be helping him, and you giving me tips.
Your
Oh,
Honor.
my apologies. I'm simply here to make observations.
I respect that. Just keeping it a buck with everybody. Okay. Mr. Broly, I'll give you a chance here. You can like switch up to Super Broly if you want the chance, because this is like a losing fight you're about to be on.
Your Honor, it is not a losing fight, and I can prove it. All right, I can prove it, sir.
Go forth,
So here-
Mr. Jonkler-chan.
Here, not only believe that my client Z Broly is entirely and utterly innocent, I believe that Son Goku, whose real name is Kakarot, may I remind the jury, should be paying my client reparations for the mental harm he has caused. So let me break it down for you, Mark. So basically, my client, Z Broly, he has been suffering intense mental anguish due to the actions of Mr. Kakarot and Mr. King Vegeta. All right? And I think what he needs is the help that he so clearly deserves. Because can you really try a man that is just mentally ill? Because he can't control his actions. He's mentally ill. You know, he's insane. I don't think I need much evidence, but I definitely have the evidence for that case. For one, he randomly sees the dude, Mr. Kakarot in question, and instantly starts tweaking. Now, I don't think that's the sign of a sane man. Do you, Your Honor? Do you believe that is a
No, I don't think any part of Broly is saying no.
exactly? Therefore,
Actually,
he tried. Oh, apologies.
I was actually going to add on to your case. Additionally, one could argue that he has been groomed from a young age to be a violent killing machine by his father, both through the use of fighting, training to kill anything that he wants, to also using that, I think it's like that ring collar torture device whenever he gets slightly out of control.
Look.
Obviously, that would create intense mental anguish and permanent mental scarring from a very young age, even disregarding Goku's cries as a child, as a baby.
Look.
Though I also do not believe he should be charged for those crimes, as he was unconscious during that, and he had no real, how do I say this, choice in it. He's a baby.
Look, I hear your points. I see the shock collar, the mental torment. I just can't have this guy roaming the streets. I hope y'all can understand, but I ain't reducing no kind of
absolutely.
sentence. I mean, he gonna have to get up out of here. I ain't reducing
I would
nothing.
actually argue for life imprisonment in a mental facility.
Put this man life in the afterlife.
Perhaps that
next?
is more appropriate. He did wipe out all of South Galaxy. Law by
Law by
Mike.
Mike. What are you doing here? Law by Mike.
Okay, bro.
Oh.
Okay, I quit.
What you clicking around for? You pulling up your evidence or something?
Your Honor, do you hear me?
I can hear you. You hear me? I asked you a question.
So, I think Sukuna is justified.
Oh, dear Lord.
That ain't law by Mike.
Yes.
When
that
they
is-
say Sukuna is justified, then laugh. I mean, you gotta get up out of here.
I believe he has some homework to do.
Yorozu.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, Yorozu. Who were you defending
I
today?
I have 3 clients today, Your Honor.
3.
Yes. My first client is Hiromi Higuruma.
Who? Higuruma?
Hiromi Higuruma. Yeah.
What did he do?
I'm about to say he's a lawyer. He's a man of the law as well.
Well, he had 102 points during the Culling games.
That is a good point.
Okay.
I would like to say that my client was yeah,
Hold on.
results-
Who's your full list of clients here? Let me hear this.
Hiromi Higuruma, Ryoma Sukuna, and myself.
You?
Yes, me.
Okay, I'm gonna hear you out on the Sukuna and you part. Start with Sukuna.
Ryoma Sukuna was born unwanted little wrench. Unwanted by his own mother.
For good reason.
It was,
But continue.
It was not his fault. He was unconscious in the womb.
He ate this twin in the womb. He was some kind of conscious. Go for it.
Your Honor, he needed to do it to survive. Or he would have died of starvation.
Okay, I'll give you that. Go for it.
His actions are not justified, but his reasoning behind them is, to an extent.
Okay, so you said his actions aren't justified, but his reasons are. I feel like that's kind of contradictory.
No. What I'm saying is his actions are morally horrible, but his reasoning behind them for the way he is somewhat acceptable.
How so?
Because he had no mother to teach him right from wrong. And even though he understood right from wrong, he was simply acting on a form of primal instinct.
I got primal instincts. I could keep it in.
I was about to say, Miss Yoruzu, I believe you've shot yourself in your own foot. You just said that he knew right from wrong in this case. That automatically dispars him from an insanity
I'm not done,
plea.
sir. Excuse me, sir. I'm not done. However, it was.
What you saying however for? Like, what? You're talking about your own point here. Okay, go on. My bad.
Sure. I'm just skip this. All right, myself.
We just skipping it? You just accepted defeat?
Good choice, honestly.
Okay. You saved yourself a couple years there. What did you do?
Well, I killed like the entire subjugation unit of the Fujiwara clan. That's like 1,500 plus people.
Oh, so you're Yorozu, not like you actually you.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Are you sure about that? I mean, you bring some interesting clients here.
Explain. I did it for the love of the game.
That's a very compelling argument. A lot more than anything you've said, at least.
The Heian era laws were significantly different from modern day laws.
That is actually not a horrible point.
This ain't the Heian era court.
Good.
You can get up out of here.
Man,
I thought he was about to talk about himself.
That would have been way funnier.
Okay, who's about to defend themselves? We'll let you up if you're trying to defend yourself, too.
There seems to be a lot after someone defends himself. There seems to be a lot of talk of Truck-kun.
Oh yeah, someone about to defend Truck-kun. That I'm willing. Truck-kun, who's doing Truck-kun? We'll see.
Hello, Jay.
Hello.
Can I also nominate Danny BFDI?
You want to nominate someone to come up here?
Yes. To help me defend Truck-kun.
Oh, who is it? FBI something?
Danny BFDI.
Okay. Okay.
Danny, would you like to go first?
Truck-kun. We defending Truck-kun. A truck.
Truck-kun.
Are you sure this is the right place? I mean, I would direct yourself to the DMV, but you can go ahead.
Yes. Okay. Jay. Your Honor. First of all.
Yeah, let's get that right. Judge J for you, yeah.
Truck-kun is a truck. You can't arrest a truck.
That's why I said you got to go to the DMV. What do you want from me? I'm gonna arrest the
Plus-
driver.
Wait,
Defend the driver.
No, it's not the driver's fault either. First of all,
What?
Truck-kun is important for all isekai anime. Without Truck-kun, you would not have an isekai anime.
What that
Obviously,
got to
they
do
might be
with what? Oh, let's go back. Let's go
Your
back to
Honor,
real
Your
life.
Honor.
Let's go back to
Your
real
Honor.
life. Okay. What that got to do with real life? We're talking
Your
about the
Honor.
isekai incident.
Your Honor,
That's what I'm
Truck-kun
talking
may
about
have
too.
killed. Truck-kun may have killed many people, but at least they've been reincarnated. So as Hindus, most people are probably Hindus, as they believe mostly in reincarnation.
What?
Plus, when people get reincarnated, they get like superpowers. So who wouldn't want to be reincarnated?
How do you get reincarnated? Answer me that.
By Truck-kun.
What did Truck-kun have to do to you to get reincarnated?
Truck-kun didn't do it. You see, the character stepped in front of
Hold on,
Truck-kun.
hold on, stop right there. Do you have a driver's license? Let me ask this. Do you have a driver's license?
Your Honor, that is not relevant.
No.
case.
It's very relevant. Let me ask that. Do you have a driver's license? No answer? No, I'm assuming
Honor,
no,
no
because that tells me all I need to know. Talking about
Your Honor,
some.
Your Honor, Your Honor. I
Okay,
plead the
what?
Fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
Ooh. Does that rule even apply in Jay's court?
You know
Your
what?
Honor,
I'll allow it.
If I
I'll
may,
allow it.
if I may, before I go, you were not there when it happened. That's all I have to say.
I'm a witness.
You were not there, Your Honor.
Talking about some.
Wow.
It's the person who got hit fall. Do you not have a driver's
That is-
license?
And they also said it wasn't Truck-kun who reincarnated them, so it's just a murderer whose victims happened to reincarnate afterward.
Never let them drive. Never give them a
Never.
driver's license.
I can justify Johan. That
Oh. Oh nah, Johan, bro.
Oh my.
Someone get the prison room ready for the next person. I'ma have to. Y'all putting more people in jail than saving. Like you're putting yourselves in jail. Okay. What kind of hold on, what kind of profile picture do you got?
It's a selfie of me.
That's you?
Mm-hmm.
That
You're
tongue
on.
might be illegal in some
I don't feel
states.
comfortable looking at that, but go hold on.
Conquest.
Hold on. What's your name and who are you defending?
My name is Russian Potato, and I'm here to defend Conquest from the show Invincible.
Okay, go on.
Okay. So, do you arrest a police officer for arresting someone or giving out lawful orders? Because Conquest was ordered from the Viltrum Empire to take over Earth. See, and Mark was resisting, correct? So, isn't Mark, in theory, resisting arrest or a lawful order?
Ain't this man bar for bar say he does it because he enjoys it?
Oh.
Well, you can enjoy your job, can't you?
I mean, he said, "I don't enjoy it because it's my job or nothing. I don't care. I just enjoy doing this."
And also, I want to say he's under the influence of depression from other people
Oh,
because he is very lonely. See, the other Viltrumites bully him, correct?
They're scared of him, yeah.
Yeah. I think he's under the impression of the influence of depression. And he should be, instead of giving the death sentence or prison time, he should be sent to rehab. Become a better person and become more professional.
I would have to say I see a couple of flaws in this argument. Number one, correlating a policeman to Conquest and Thragg's orders to the FBI is quite ridiculous. The FBI have explicit jurisdiction over American citizens. Thragg does not have jurisdiction over the planet, hence why he has to conquer it with a guy named Conquest.
if he
This
conquered it, isn't it his planet now?
well,
So his
no, that's the
jurisdiction.
thing. No, that's the thing. He was in the middle of conquering it, and then he got defeated.
I
Therefore,
mean,
he.
Eve didn't pull out some mad plot armor. Conquest would have won.
I actually
Okay,
agree. I actually
you
agree
done
with you
lost
there,
the
but
case when you bring up plot armor. Spiller
I
said
will
plot
say.
armor. Who next?
Let me defend Griffith.
Okay.
I was wondering when that happened.
Hey, this guy was up here earlier. He didn't turn his mic on. It's a rare opportunity, my boy. You better not waste it.
About to say, the law is always about second chances, except for most of these characters, but disregarding that.
Okay, yeah, he ain't.
Okay.
The lights is too bright for him. I see, you're making some kind of noise. I can't hear you.
Well,
Okay, I hear you now. What's good?
today I'll be defending myself.
I can't hear you very well, not gonna lie. I hereby sentence your mic to life in prison.
Damn. Hmm.
Geto, Paul. Paul, who's Paul?
Oh, Paul, I bet from the Spider-Man comics.
Paul.
He
Paul.
cucked Spider-Man out of his wife.
I thought he was talking about. Ain't that dude from Invincible Debbie's new boyfriend?
Nah, that
What's his name?
That guy's good. He's
That his
I
name's
forget
Paul,
actually.
right? Or it's like something like that. I know there's multi Paul.
Oh, multi-Paul, that's a good one.
Oh. Okay, call me sound. What's good?
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Thank you. Okay, I have a legitimate argument to defend Team Rocket. By the way, my source of information is a canonic Pokemon visual companion. So, Jessie was, kind of, for example, she was forced to, turn to a lifestyle that gave her like a more
Yeah, no. This ain't junior court. I'm sorry.
A shame. I bet you probably could make a decent argument for Jesse.
No, you could, yeah. Well, I mean, everyone's just boiling it down to, oh, they've been through this or they went along this path, and then like that's cool and all, but they still do what they did.
Exactly. Like, just because you have a sad backstory, tiny violin doesn't mean you get to murder people willy-nilly.
That's why you're Mr. Saul Good. That's why who you are, Mr. Saul Goodman. You see it. Okay.
Indeed.
Hello.
What's good?
First off, I would like to say amazing looking courtroom you got there.
Thank you.
Looks
I invested a lot into this room. You see that flag? You see that flag right there? That's from Barack Obama himself. No, I know that's America. I'm saying it's from Barack Obama himself.
Nice. Anyway, I am here and I am defending Toji Fushiguro. Okay? Now, Toji Fushiguro, he got dealt right hand, and at the end of his mid-30s, he was poor. Okay? So what did he have
Oh
to
yeah, that's very clear. He's a broke boy. He's very broke.
A bum.
Okay? And
the bum was not necessary. You're not wrong, but you didn't have to go there. But okay, continue.
He gets told by multiple organizations that there is this event that if it happens would ruin the world, okay? And in his eyes, he's like, okay, I don't want the world ruined, so I'm going to stop that from happening and stop anyone who gets in my way from that happening.
May I ask
You
what event
want
you're
who
referring
gets in
to
that
before you
way?
go on? Hold up, sir. Hold up. Whoa.
Sorry.
May I ask what event you're referring to?
The hidden inventory arc, or the merging between big
Okay.
size.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
continue. Are you trying to say he
Okay.
wasn't in it for the money? You know he was in it for the money.
He was in for the money, but he is definitely innocent because while he was going through, he happened to stroll by the two strongest sorcerers of the day, which have been terrorizing the population with how they are dealing with these curses. You know how much property damage that has been caused by these sorcerers, specifically Gojo and Geto. So what he did, he also tried to stop them from causing any more property damage, which
But
would misplace.
I don't think Toji ever said the words property damage in his life. I don't think that's ever like come across his mind a single time.
But
Just like
still,
how
that,
his son Megumi has never come across his mind.
and even later on, he saved people from the wrath that Dagon would have caused on them. Okay, and he would much rather kill himself than kill his son, who was fighting back for him. So
What that got to do
That is
with
the
the
one good thing
innocent
he did.
people he took out? What that got to do with that?
He did stop
He did-
himself from killing his
no,
son.
he did not take out the innocent people. He took out the person who was trying to kill the innocent people.
So why should he be pardoned from everything he's done? Or do you
Because
want like a
he-
reduced sentence or something?
The minimum I will go for is a reduced sentence to 2 years.
2 years.
2 years?
He ain't even gonna pay off his debt in 2 years. I'm extending it.
Dang.
Add 50K to that child support too.
Oh.
I know he
I'd be
got the money.
surprised if he's paid any of it at this point.
Done popped a
In any case, I
Rico for
also
no
believe
reason.
I also believe that he was actually acting on instinct during that arc, so you couldn't even say that he had good intentions for defeating Dagon.
No, yeah. I mean, it's not like it offsets anything. It ain't
Oh, no, of
like,
course.
oh, I saved this person, so that makes up for who I killed. That didn't work. It don't work like that here.
Yeah.
Who next, though? Who next? Someone defend. Who said someone defend Jay? For what? What did I do?
Hmm. Griffith is more justified than Jay. That is crazy.
What? You must got some dirt on me. What did I do? You got some dirt that I don't even know about. I would love to hear what you got to say.
Honestly, same. Although, I'm wondering how they will tackle that scene. Ugh.
Who next? Who next? A lawyer trust. How am I supposed to trust you? You literally got like half and half of Aizen when his like undercover identity. What?
I am here to defend Kiaru from Redo of Hira. At first, it may sound
Is that okay? I haven't seen him redo it. Is that my boy who uses the rod, or is that the one he used it on?
The man who used the rod, it may sound like I cannot defend them, but you'll see that if you was put through what he was put through, think of it for a second.
Oh yeah,
You
I'm
gonna
crashing.
think
Okay. I'm gonna end this quickly. I'm crashing out too, but I mean, at the end of the day, it is a crash out. You even
honestly
got
have no
Mr.
idea
Good.
what he's talking about.
No, that's better. You don't need to know.
I'll take your word for it.
Who next?
I'm surprised no one's tried to defend Mahito yet.
Oh nah, y'all gonna let me in the chat? Okay. I can defend Thragg. Trust. Okay. So Jay, are you familiar with Invincible?
Yes. Very
Okay, are
familiar
you
with Thragg, by the way.
Bet. So we know what he did. We know what he's done, but we need to know why he did it. Grand Regent Thragg was put into a position to protect the Viltrum Empire in the absence of its royalty. He's protecting it from traitors, from the violent infidels who abandoned their post and betrayed the Empire to help some humans? How dare they? And the traitors just so happen to be royalty. Thragg could not have that. He could not let them return and sully the good name of the Viltrumites. He had to kill Mark. He had to kill Omni-Man because it's what the Grand Regent needs to do, protect the Viltrumites. And also, they're not human. Human laws don't apply to Viltrumites. Get cooked.
I'm a human. What you want me to do? Call the intergalactic space station? you
What's
like
Alan gonna
shifting
do?
the case somewhere else. When they beat, ain't the world become peaceful when they beat him?
Define
Oh,
peaceful.
don't give me that. You know what? You know it was.
I mean,
Maybe we can.
literally, no. The Viltrumites later on, spoilers by the way, just straight up defeated the coalition of planets because they were unnecessary. And the same thing would have happened if Thragg remained in power. Either way, the coalition is going away.
For very
Honestly, I feel like
for
that speaks-
very different reasons. Mr. Goodman, what do you have to add here?
Honestly, I feel like that
Made up
speaks
for
more
something.
about the coalition than either party.
Yeah, so I think the coalition is unnecessary. Thragg was in the right. Viltrumites do what Viltrumites do because they're Viltrumites.
Honestly,
Jay,
maybe we should take
if
Thragg to the same court as we're taking Fate.
Hear me out, Jay. If you were put into a position where there are 50 humans left on Earth, and your job is to protect humanity in any way that you can to make sure that humanity becomes prosperous again, that they can refill their numbers, that they don't all die to some intergalactic space virus, would you not do everything you could to protect humans?
I wouldn't be Thragg, that's for sure.
That's what they all say.
That's what they all. Who else have you like brought this conversation up to?
Didn't he threaten
Too
to
many
tear
people.
apart the Earth if they decided not to go with it? I don't know. That doesn't seem like someone who's very concerned with the safety and well-being of humans.
But then, because Thragg doesn't need, he's not human. He doesn't need to care about humanity. He only needs to care about the Viltrum Empire.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no,
we
that's
go
the thing. He
we go
doesn't
bump
care
we go
about
bump this
humanity.
case up to the intergalactic interspace gods. Thank you for presenting your case, but this is beyond my power. This is beyond my power, my boy. Thank you though. I mean, I would love to help, but I can't.
Honestly, I will say this: there's actually like one other potential force in JoJo that's higher than Fate, though it's non-canon to the official story,
Who are you talking about?
and that's The author.
The author.
But not like Araki. The actual, like, how do I say this? In George Joestar, an official, like, spin-off non-canon book, there is an author that literally determines everything that's going to happen. Like, it's just the author. And he can give canonical plot armor to someone if it's a whole complicated thing. But actually, you could argue that he can supersede fate to make it so it is actually in the same position as Dio, to where
So you mean
it
to
had no.
You mean to tell me this author created Dio? So I'm blaming him then. Somebody gotta take the blame.
Yeah. Actually, in George Joestar, he helps him nearly destroy the entire universe. The author.
He's guilty. He's guilty. Let's see though. Who next?
Okay, honestly, I'm kind of Dark Shadow. This guy has been saying he's going to defend Griffith. Like, all chat. I'm worried, but I'm interested.
Yeah, mods. We'll see. We'll see who the mod adds. You got Sukuna. You do not got Sukuna. Like, how many people have tried Sukuna? Nobody got it.
I think that would be the third.
Who we got? Who we got?
Lawyer.
Lawyer.
Your Honor.
Virgil.
No, he was here
I
earlier.
have come.
Lawyer.
Hello?
Why do you sound like that?
It's just a little bit. My.
You know what? Never mind. Just keep going. What just happened?
I have no idea.
But Inferno J is a guilty man and has proof against. Hold on, Beefman and Zoo. I don't even know what font that is. I'll bring y'all back. I'm gonna have to hear this guy out real quick. I'm gonna put y'all in the waiting room. Who is this guy? Who? Bootleg. Oh, buddy, where you at, Bootleg? Where you haven't even requested. You know he's capping. Bootleg, this is your chance. If you request right now, you'll be there. You'll be up here. There he is. Better not be no squeaker. Oh, so you...
I'm here,
I'm guilty.
Jay. I'm here. So you admit it. You just said it. You're guilty.
I'm curious to hear how.
Okay. Now let me explain. Earlier in this, I've been here since the beginning. You said your name is Judge J. You are a separate entity from Inferno J. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm his cousin.
Exactly, but that is obviously a lie. Anybody in this Discord can see that it says Inferno J right there, which means you are imitating a judge.
Where is he?
18
Where is
US
he?
Code Section 912, a defendant could be fined and imprisoned for a maximum of 3 years.
Buddy, I am
maximum of 3 years.
Buddy, I don't know who you think I
You're
am. I am
Judge J?
certified. I went to law
Dude,
school for 14
oh
years
my
for
God.
this.
Give me, oh my God, give me perm pics or something. I have pics right here that says Inferno J, and it's you. I see you there. I see it says Inferno J on there. You are lying in court of law. You are lying in the court.
Buddy, what evidence do you have? You got any evidence for that? You're making a lot of bold claims.
I have a picture. I have a picture, and I can't send it because I'm too new to this server. But I swear to God, not only have you done perjury in this court,
On God. God just got him. He was lying. He was lying, yo. He got.
Dang.
That's how you know he was lying. Okay, who were the previous two again? It was one of them had the weird. Okay, here, the weird font name. We'll do Beefman
Okay.
next.
Okay, so is my mic working?
Okay.
Okay, so today I'll defend Sukuna for mass
Oh, wow.
destruction and mass murder.
You said you're gonna defend him for that?
Yes, alright, alright. But first off, he has really good character design, alright? But aside from
Not
that,
I suppose I can't argue with that.
aside from that, if it weren't for him, like would would all the main characters be where they are now? Like if it weren't for him, would the show be a thing even? Like
They'd probably be better off. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a lot more of them would
but
be alive.
but would the show like exist if it weren't for Sukuna? You see, Sukuna, like he's just if he made everyone else stronger, he's the one like what's the he's the reason everyone else got so strong. So if it weren't for him, like you wouldn't be seeing Yuji like cooking and all that shit.
I didn't particularly enjoy the process that went into that. I didn't enjoy seeing my boy suffer.
Well, I did because Sukuna was
What?
because
Guilty. Send her off.
no, hold on. Wait. No, Sukuna, do you see his character design? He's like clearly made like with love, you know.
We
So
see he's got the drip.
No,
That
yeah,
does
you're not wrong.
matter.
The author really does love him, but I'm trying to like connect it to the mass murder.
so like automatically, like if you're if you're
Okay, so
attractive, then
what
that
I'm hearing, what I'm
means
taking
like
from this, I feel like there's some kind of other reason why you're defending him. Like, what is that reason? You
'cause
just open up to us.
'cause
What's your
Sukuna's hot.
ulterior motive?
Okay, yeah, okay. You see, the thing is, Sukuna, his design is really, really good. Like
I would love
basically,
to
like
see him design in some jail outfits or something, because that's where he's going. Beef man, why you call Beef man with KFC as your picture?
That's what I was wondering actually.
They're here to defend Mahito, by the way.
Oh.
You ain't no beef man. You beef boy, beef kid.
How many people want to defend Sukuna? He's guilty. He's just guilty.
Yeah,
In my
I
personal
really,
opinion.
it's a losing argument. Mayuri. Okay, we'll let up.
Oh dang.
My boy up next. Okay, Mayuri.
Okay, there we go. Mayuri Kurotsuchi, captain of the 12th Division. My client is innocent simply for the fact that any harm he commits ultimately is for the greater good of Soul Society. Sure, yes, he may have done some unorthodox approaches. However, without him, what would have happened during Thousand Year Blood War? How would Ichigo have gotten out of Waco Mundo?
I feel like that's irrelevant. Hold on, let me ask this: What do
How
you
is
have
it
like
irrelevant?
similar viewpoints with other kinds of scientists of that nature, or is this like very specific? I feel like you could make a similar
Perhaps.
argument for my boy Orochimaru.
I have not seen Naruto, so I cannot confirm or deny.
Okay. See, it ain't about how much he helps. It's like what that's like separate from what he did to get in this position he's in right now.
He has been officially pardoned by Kisuke, however. He got out
I
of
didn't
prison
authorize that.
to
I
reach the
mean,
position he
how
is
did he
now.
get here if he's pardoned? I didn't authorize that. I'm gonna have to have a word with
I wanna
Kisuke
film
or
you.
something. Apparently, he's doing things behind the scenes. That's not how we do things here. Thank you.
I've never actually watched Bleach. Do you think I should give it a try?
I think you should. Can you believe that? Talk about he got pardoned already. He ain't go through here. I ain't seen him yet.
Fair point. I'll make some time after some of my other cases to give it a try.
Oh, we got
Who's
Mr.
that?
Thragg back up here. Who do you have now?
Oh, okay. Well, two things. One, if you check bootleg, he did send proof. He does have screenshots of the law, and I'll read it out loud. Under 18 U.S. Code Section 912, a defendant could be fined and imprisoned for a maximum of 3 years for falsely pretending to be an officer or an employee that is acting under the authority of the United States or any agency or department of the United States.
I got certification. I don't know if you need me to pull this out or something. I mean,
Anyway, so to my original point of Mahito, the defense is really easy.
Where did this come from?
Mahito
I thought we were talking. Whoa, Mahito, where? Coming out of left field here. Okay.
Mahito out of my hat. I'm pulling Mahito out of my hat. You ain't ready for this. Mahito is only a few months old, and his very existence is to kill humans. So you wouldn't charge a baby tiger for eating somebody. You wouldn't charge a baby monkey for attacking somebody. You wouldn't charge a baby elephant for breaking someone's leg. So why would you charge my 6-year-old precious Pookie Wookie Mahito with crippling Yuji and turning his friend into disfigured sausage? You just can't. It doesn't make sense. He's not human.
Man, I thought we threw out the whole "it's not human" argument.
Oh, again. Okay, then if we apply human laws, he is an infant. He is a toddler. No, he is less than that. He's not in the pre-operational brain stage. His brain isn't fully functioned enough to charge him with a crime.
Well, actually, that just requires consciousness, which he is very conscious of all the actions and pain he
Can you prove
causes.
that?
He relishes
Can
in it.
you define his consciousness? Can you define that? Can you attest to his state of mind during his actions?
Actually, he actually defines the soul as being a part of his mind, and he has a very well developed soul, far more developed than any other human on Earth, besides maybe Yuji Itadori, who's had his soul being cursed by Sukuna for the past year now, I guess, technically. So if
See,
you
that's
really want to go
hearsay.
down that road, I mean,
We can go down that road. We can go down that road, absolutely, because that is hearsay. You are bringing up a point of evidence without actually supplying the jury with any proof for that basis. You say his soul is the most developed, or you say Yuji's soul is. Yeah, I see no lick of proof to define how developed a soul is, or how the development of a soul has any impact on cognition.
that is fair. I have provided no evidence of this. And however, I shall retrieve some.
Okay. Then, when you find yourself evidence, I'm going to find myself some evidence too. We can meet back. Does that sound fair?
Sounds perfectly fair.
All right, let's move on to the next.
Not bad. I'll say that much.
Oh, we about to add the the guy behind the scenes himself, who been dragging people. He dragged himself up here. What's he doing? He's not here. We'll come back to this. Mayonnaise. What is mayonnaise? I'm gonna invite mayonnaise and bread up here.
Oh, perfect. Actually, I've never really had mayonnaise. What does it taste like?
I don't even know. Like, this is mayonnaise. Mayonnaise and bread, dynamic duo. There's the stories of y'all in Harvard Law School are kind of impressive. So who do you guys have for me today?
So
I can't hear anything.
Oh, Brett,
I'm
you
here
gotta
to
go.
defend the member. I was
Okay,
writing down.
mayonnaise. What do you got?
It's so at the beginning. Oh shit. So
Are,
first
are
off,
you
I would
okay,
like to.
mayonnaise? What is there something? What's
Yeah,
happening to you?
it's basically falling apart. Anyways,
Tweaking out over there.
so anyways, but Janemba, the thing about him is that
Janemba.
throughout the entire movie. Oh, sorry. My bad. Didn't call. Sorry.
This brother trying to hop in a court case on a side call. You're talking about some. I'm in a call. Hold up, I got a call to take. Your client's going to jail now.
Such disrespect in the court of J. Well, should not be tolerated.
Not at all. Oh my goodness, this guy's going crazy. Jay is smooth brained. Gojo PFP been begging for Geto for an hour. Where's the Gojo? Is it Harold? I think it's Harold. Oh, Heron. Yo.
Hello?
Harold.
Hello?
Is it Harold or Herond?
Heron.
Herond, okay.
Heron.
I'm gonna call you Harold.
My case is to defend Geto Suguru for massacring his hometown. First of all, he is traumatized from the death of Rico Amanai, which is basically a person that he had feelings for, so he was in a mentally unwell state. Also, before the massacre, he had a talk with Yuki Tsukumo, and she basically influenced Geto in a way to make him consider massacring his hometown in the first place. Understand?
I hear you. Keep going though.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is that not only was he mentally stable, Yuki also influenced him in his decision to massacre his home village. Also, his hometown was also basically torturing and putting Mimiko and Nanako on hostage, which is basically a violation of human rights. So of course, Geto saved them.
So what part of this is like, okay, the massacre, we'll let it slide. What part of this is I'm still waiting.
So what I'm trying to say here is that Geto's crimes were basically him in an unwell mental state. So it's not supposed to be removing his sentence completely. It's more like I want to reduce it from like a life sentence to maybe like 10 to 20 years at least.
Oh, you're pushing it. But
10
you're
to
talking
20
about some
years.
10 to 20. Times that by 20. Yeah, nah, he's he in a better place now. He can stay there. Oh, the Discord crashed? Okay. Who
crashed.
Who let you on the stage? I know I did it.
Beppo XJ.
Oh, this is
What do
gonna
you-
be a good one. What do you got to say?
Interesting.
Your Honor. Your Honor, I am here to defend the allegation about the JX Beppo. I stand here not just as a Beppo's lawyer, but as the voice for the misunderstood hearts, for love that transcends species, origin, and adventures. The prosecution. Hello?
Oh, I'm just confused right now. I don't even know what you're saying.
I'm here to defend about the JX Beppo allegation, where all the internet were allegate Beppo for loving J. Beppo.
Yeah. 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 His Discord crashed. Okay, we gotta let him back up. Okay, here we go. How your Discord crash? What you talking about Discord? This is lawyer.com. Who you defending? No way. I think it crashed again, my boy. Gonna have to throw your Discord in the court.
Dang.
Oh my goodness. Are you seeing this? Mr. Goodman, this is like essay I just got?
Oh my.
Oh, that's a
What?
that is a chat GPT response. You're not fooling nobody.
Oh wow, that is. Yeah, that's definitely ChatGPT.
Matthew Murdoch. Okay. Matthew Murdoch?
Oh, Mr. Murdoch. Interesting.
Matthew Murdoch.
Hello? Can you hear me? Today,
We hear you. We
I
hear
would
you.
like
Yeah,
to-
we hear you.
I would like to present my client, Johan Liebert. Instead of using arguments like fate, I would be using factual evidence to support my claims.
I feel like that's a
And as
shot
a-
at Mr. Saul Goodman. Hold up. Mr. Goodman, how are you gonna
Oh.
take that?
No. It's perfectly fair.
I
I
bring
made
no
claims and I
offense
failed to
to
support
Mr. Saul.
evidence at the time. I'm currently collecting
So
evidence.
I've prepared
but
I've prepared
it's
a little
fair.
speech to
A
present
speech.
to you, Mr. J.
A speech?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Johan Liebert is not a monster. He is what a monstrous world has created.
Oh.
As a
Oh,
child,
no.
Johan was taken to Kinderham 511, a place.
Ain't the series called Monster? They don't name the
is.
series after him.
They absolutely did. I will say I'm not all the way through. I'm a monster. I'm only like 20 episodes in. But let me just tell you this. Within the first couple of episodes, right? As a child, he got shot in the head, right?
Yeah.
Because he killed his adoptive parents and got his sister to shoot him in the head. While he was in the hospital after recovering from it, because the surgeon took the bullet out of his head, he was pretending to sleep, right? Because I guess he can just do that. Perfectly fine without anyone noticing, all the monitors and stuff. He overheard the doctor being like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to tell those guys, I want them dead," to like his boss and stuff because they were being scummy. Well, it's a whole thing. Anyway, Johan overhears this, and as a thank you, he kills his boss and other people around him that are close to his boss. As whenever he was like 7.
This guy might be a monster.
Oh yes, he is
Okay.
despicable.
We got the Dark Knight up here first, and then we'll go with Mr. Luffy over here afterwards. The Dark Knight. Batman. Yo. He not here. Mr. Luffy here.
He
Hello,
just
good sir.
defeated as you kicked him. Hello, it is nice to see you, Judge J, Your Honor. Never met you before.
Thank you. Yeah,
You look exactly like that other guy.
No, I get that a lot.
But anyways, a lot of people have been coming up here, basically just saying random stuff, hoping that whatever they think of works. And it, quite frankly, it got on my nerves. So I decided to defend someone quite hard to defend just to prove a point. I wasn't gonna come up here at first.
Okay.
But anyways, my client is none other than Frieza from Dragon Ball. And just hear me out. I'm not gonna plead for any sentence or anything like that. I'll let you decide what that'll be, whether he's a free man or if he's going to jail forever. But Frieza was born into a family of tyrannical rulers. His genes made him millions of times stronger than almost everyone else in the universe. Straight from birth, Frieza was molded into a supreme ruler in order to be a successor for King Cold, and he blew up planets, enslaved races, unforgivable to us. But to him, it's all he's ever known. And whether he deserved it or not, he did get a life sentence at the hands of Trunks and in hell thereafter. But luckily, Frieza got a second chance, and what happened? He learned the value of hard work, died again, and then redeemed himself by saving the universe in the Tournament of Power. And some may argue that he's plotting to commit mass evil, but there is many points of evidence to point otherwise. He only targets the Z fighters. He no longer really cares about universal rule. He wanted to wish to be taller rather than immortality or whatever evil wish you could do. And then manga spoiler, when he obtains his Black Frieza form, he doesn't outright just kill Goku and Vegeta or anything that we've seen, to be fair. But he just wants to fight them when they're ready, just like Goku does. So, Your Honor, I claim that Frieza has already learned his lesson, and he is only playing up his evilness for the love of the game, which is getting back at Goku and Vegeta and not ruling the universe.
You see, I feel like there's a certain point, like a cutoff, might I say, of when a lesson being learned should apply.
Well,
I don't know where specifically, right? But it's got to stop somewhere
Well,
after.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean. But it's not like he got a slap on the wrist, lesson learned. He died, went to hell, was there for many years. We don't know if time passed the same. He could have been there for 10,000 years. Who knows? For him, for us, for the Dragon Ball universe, it was more like, what, 30 years or something like that? I don't know. But then he came back to life and admittedly didn't learn his lesson because he went back to straight fighting Goku and Vegeta, trying to take revenge or whatever. But then he died and came back. And then, he hasn't done any really evil after that. He manipulated Broly to fight Goku and Vegeta, but that's it. That's like the only thing I can point to.
He going back to hell. He going back. I'm sorry, he going back.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure wasn't one of the first things that he said after going to the Tournament of Power that he'll like come for them or whatever. Like he'll keep doing evil.
Oh yeah, Megumi. Hold up, Blue. What is it? What is your name? Read right now. You realize you're in court right now, right?
Yeah. All right. My client, Poochie, from like, what was it? Part 6.
Oh Lord.
So, as most of people know, Poochie, he's a preach, yeah,
Yes, a priest.
yeah, priest. I don't really care. He didn't truly commit evil until he was manipulated by Dio. And like, I don't know, but like,
I don't know. What do you mean? I don't know.
No, that is fair. He was manipulated by Dio into him thinking he was a god by healing his foot.
Yeah, and his acts in Part 6, well, it didn't really kill anybody. Well, it killed like a ton of people, but it was then to revive them later. See, he killed people, but he only basically like erased their memories from like a few weeks ago. That's like let's say you like ate a sandwich and then someone make you forget you ate that sandwich. And that sandwich was really bad tasting. It was the worst sandwich you had in your life. Yeah, that's basically what he did.
By the way, this is the heaven plan, by the way. Pucci achieved the heaven plan.
Yeah.
Or tried to. Of course, he failed in the end because he tried to kill a
Small
child while
Yeah.
he was himself. But, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Mr.
actually, it's
Goodman.
funny. Here's the thing. Everyone is defined by fate and JoJo, right? Everyone, no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the child in this case, actually the child was as well, but Enrico Pucci, because he was the one that reset the universe, was exempt from the fate of that universe. He was basically free from it. And because of that, his actions were the only ones that could change fate. So the kid uses that to his advantage by making it so Enrico Pucci's actions lead to a change in fate that causes Enrico Pucci to be killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah,
Goodman,
you're
I'm
right.
gonna leave this one to you. What do you think?
No, he's evil. He tried to kill a child even after he achieved his heaven plan. At that point, all excuses are out the door.
There we go. Chat, we're gonna finish within the next few ones. We're gonna finish on a good one. Okay, we got Thragg, Mahito. Who do you got for us now? It could it get much worse?
No. I'm going back. I'm giving you an actual American legal defense for Mahito because I'm tired of the shenanigans. I'm tired of the theological debate, OMG, fate, all that jazz. No. Mahito has the defensive infancy and has irresistible impulse test, which proves that my client, by reason of insanity, cannot be charged for his crimes.
Oh, yeah, by the way,
he is
I brought some evidence to the court, if you don't mind.
cool.
Looking at Exhibit
I
B.
got evidence too. Let me see him. Hit him in chat.
Hold up, we gotta pull up the evidence. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
That's too much. That's too much evidence. How much evidence did you send?
Send a couple at a time.
Now, just don't send so many at once.
Yeah. That counts as spam.
Yo, who said this, bro?
Whenever Saul Goodman
Got it.
goes to court, he comes prepared.
I'm about to ban this guy. What? Oh my gosh. Hold up, what is it?
Let's see here. I guess to start off with, I should establish something. First of all, there's the idea of the innate domain in someone. This is essentially their mind, body, and soul, their mental landscape, their emotions. Everything that makes up their being is this. Later on in Jujutsu Kaisen, Mahito, he keeps evolving, obviously. He keeps developing and growing. It's actually stated in the manga that he's intelligent and that he can speak and such, different from any other curses that rely on something that rely on just pure instinct right here.
Oh, okay.
Point is, anyway, yeah. So that automatically could potentially prove that he is not just some innocent little baby or something. That he has a consciousness.
Can I refute this?
However, that is not the main argument that I'm trying to make. It's just an
Real
extra
quick,
little
can I-
piece of evidence. Sure.
Can I refute that real quick? All right, perfect. That is completely unrelated to how the legal system considers age, because Mahito is under the age of 10. Obviously, this is dependent on state, but most states have an agreement that under the age of 10, not only can you really not be charged for much, unless it's through the juvenile system, you really also can't be expected to understand or appreciate the crime. There is a legal expectation of this. Therefore,
That is
even though
absolutely true. That is absolutely true for normal cases. However, the reason that those ages are there in the first place is because a child's mind is not fully developed and cognizant yet. In the case of Mahito, I'm going to prove that that his brain was fully cognizant and developed to the point where he could understand what was right and wrong.
But
Or
is
at
there
least-
any law that dictates that cognizance is Trump's age in a legal court?
Well, yes, that's what they use to define the what ages they use.
Show me the law. Show me the law where cognizance trumps age in a legal court.
Well, it's not cognizance trumps age. It's that cognizance. It's that cognizance. It's the age at which they chose was defined by how much cognizance they had at the time. And since most human, now granted, there have not been cases in which a child is so far ahead of his field that has also committed a crime that they are then charged as an adult. Like, let's say some hyper genius 9-year-old assassinates someone. There's not been a case for because he's super intelligent, he is therefore, I don't know, and he's therefore considered an adult cognizantly. However, in this case, this is a special example because Mahito is actually fully developed. At least by the end of his time. If you look at him, let me see, which ones are these? I believe it's this one and this one and do you remember the self-embodiment or the what is not the self-embodiment of perfection, but the what is it called again? His other form. His my god, I'm having such a big brain fart right now. It's annoying. Let me think. His instant spirit body of distorted killing. That's what it was. His spirit body of distorted killing comes from him having a perfect understanding of his soul and realizing what he truly is. I have already established that the soul, the mind, the emotions, and the body are all one due to someone's innate domain. If someone is able to perfectly understand their soul, they are able to perfectly understand their mind and their body and their emotions. Therefore, they cannot be considered a child who has none of those things, but rather should be tried as an adult who has all of those things.
However, if I may, while that is true where you can establish a line of reasoning, you cannot still attest to my client's mental state and mental faculties.
He's a psycho.
Furthermore, once again, please let me finish. There is a legal precedent of infancy. He is still, by all laws in the U.S., an infant. He is a few months old. Therefore, furthermore, his biology dictates as a cursed spirit, they kill humans. Therefore, he can plead insanity by both being an infant and failing the impulse control test, therefore unable to control his impulses and base nature.
Well,
As
actually,
such,
those are two different arguments, both of which are fallacious.
No. They work in tandem with one another to support the idea that my client is insane while still being mentally competent.
Tell me, was Mahito not controlling his impulses whenever he took in Junpei as a protege, only to then kill him months later and right in front of
I cannot
Yuji?
attest to my client's mental faculties. I am not an
But
expert.
that's what we're arguing
Neither
here.
are you.
You argue that he was insane and that he could not control his impulses. But
Yes,
he had
but I
controlled his
cannot-
impulses for months at a time, every single time he met with Junpei, all for the sake of training him and then to kill him in front of Yuji. That
Who's to say
seems
his impulses were not controlled, but rather did not act on Junpei? Because he still killed many other people during that same time whose impulses could have been enacted upon. Simply because they did not enact upon Junpei, does not mean he controlled them, but rather Junpei was in the right situation at the right time to not be a victim of his impulses.
You mean Junpei every single time he met him just so happened to not be in the wrong place at the wrong time where his impulses weren't acting up?
That is absolutely possible and feasible.
I'm sorry, I have to disagree with you there. I don't find that very feasible at all. Especially
Yet
considering,
you're
as you
not the
said,
one.
he is a constant killing machine. There's no reason to there's no reason to think that his impulses are just an on and off thing. Especially if you think that he is some sort of especially if you think that killing humans is in his nature. Why would his nature just turn on and off. at
Okay, hold on.
random,
Let me stop y'all
supposedly.
right there. Court's gonna go in recess. Someone just said they're gonna sue me. I need to handle this.
Oh no.
Oh dear lord.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Mr. Goodman, I'm gonna have to excuse you as well. Who said they're gonna sue me? Who's about to sue me? Y'all see this out? What? What? Bootleg, I'm gonna need you to come back up here. Mr. Goodman, I need you to. You don't have to defend me here. Bootleg, where you at, Bootleg? Your name is even your name is faulty. Bootleg.
Jay, what questions could
Wait.
you possibly-
I need a lawyer.
Okay. I understand. You
I
have a
am
right
at
to
your
that.
service,
Continue.
Mr. J. Or should I say, Judge J.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, I see you
Okay,
provided some
so Jay,
evidence here. What are
I
you
did
yapping
provide
about?
evidence. I provided this previously, and you have not looked at it yet. So, Jay, you claim you have a diploma proving you are a judge and have passed law school. However, whether that is true or not, I have you on 2 separate charges. Show me that diploma, first of all.
Why I gotta show you? This is my courtroom. File a
I have to
complaint.
prove that
You gotta
you
file a
are-
complaint
I
with
have to prove that-
the with the
I have to
JDA.
prove that you are indeed capable of permitting this law.
I might have misplaced it. It's somewhere in my closet.
Oh my gosh. And without that, I have you on the first crime of impersonating a public servant.
Whoa. You gotta file a complaint before any of that passes through.
I-
I mean,
I
if
am
law school
seeing you-
taught me something, that's right, Mr.
I'm
Goodman?
seeing you as an unfit judge, and I rule you as Inferno J impersonating Judge J.
I will say this feels is especially weird to see. Are you suing him like I'm a?
What are you suing me? Yeah, what are you suing me for? How do you get money out of this?
I am suing.
I was about to say you're not a federal. You're not a district lawyer or anything.
Yeah, where's your
I'm
certification?
training to be one.
But are you one? If you were trying to sue someone without your
Okay.
law degree, that would actually be illegal, would it not?
Now let me take you here. All right. I'm in law school.
So you are currently enrolled in law school, correct?
Yes.
That
I
means
am
you do not have a
currently
law. That
working.
means you do not
I
have
am
a law
currently.
degree
I
to
am
practice with.
currently working under James Bauer. All right, you can look him up.
I ain't never
He
heard
is
of no
my-
James
I am
Bauer.
Protege.
Where'd he go to
Sounds like a
school?
fake
Where
name.
James
I
Bauer
am
go to
his
school?
Protege. James Bauer, University of Southern California,
What year?
1987.
I was the class of '88. I don't remember that name.
Exactly. You don't remember him, but he's. I'm back. All right, I'm
Also,
his
just
protege.
because-
I'm working under him. He has taken me into this law, and I'm letting you know now that I'm suing you off of him. All right. So that's my first crime. My second crime is perjury. As you repeatedly mentioned before, you are Judge J, which is a separate entity as Inferno J. However, that's clearly shown to not be true when I look at your Discord nameplate and it says Inferno J on it as you see Judge J. And I'll tag that evidence again right here. I'll tag my message. It says right here. You can go back up to my message. And it clearly shows that evidence where I circled your name attached to that face.
My boy, that looks photoshopped. On Discord don't got a feature where you can do this.
Disregarding the fact you're trying to practice law without a law degree, I'll overlook that for now. Perjury only matters if you're under oath and you're on the stand. Inferno J
Should the
has
judge
never been put on the stand at all by any sort of law,
Alright.
any sort of lawyer. This, at best, you have a simple conversation where, theoretically, he could be lying, but that falls under the First Amendment. He could say that he's Michael Jackson, and you could not sue him for perjury because he is not
Could
under
I say
oath.
that I'm Michael Jackson?
Yes, you could.
Okay, then I'm Michael Jackson.
Sue him,
That's your
Saul.
right.
Sue him.
That's your
Now,
right. However, you
let me-
cannot sue him for perjury for a simple statement he made outside of something under oath or on the stand as a witness.
Now let me tell you something. Has Judge Jay taken an oath this entire time?
No.
I'm the judge. What do you mean?
Now,
He would have no reason
let me
to.
take you somewhere. He has no reason to. He is acting as this jury. He is judge and jury in this scenario.
The chat is the jury.
Chat is the jury?
Yeah.
Have you been taking chat's opinions on everything?
Oh, I have.
Also, the jury
Have you?
is never put under oath. What? Actually, the jury never really makes a statement so much, at least until the end.
The jury just decides the end vote.
I know. So how would that equal perjury, though?
How would that equal perjury? Well, let
Are
me
you
take
sure
you
you're
somewhere.
from? Are you sure
This-
you're in law school?
Check him. Check him.
I am.
I feel like this is some pretty basic first year law school stuff.
First year, you learn this like on your second day of class.
Like, I mean, I'm not trying to. I mean, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here. I'm sure you're intelligent enough to go there. You know, I'm not doubting anything, but it just seems rather suspicious. Perhaps we have an imposter lawyer among us.
What's your name, sir? Good sir, good sir. So with me, what is your name, by the way?
That was my birth given name by my mother.
Bootleg?
A bootleg.
What does a bootleg mean?
Are you going to laugh at my birth given name by my mother, Roberta?
That is his right.
I mean, Roberta. What kind of name is that, Roberta?
Are you making fun of my mother currently?
If you want to take it that way, I mean, I'm not.
Even if you were making fun of him, once again, that pesky First Amendment right comes in to save Judge Jay.
It's real pesky.
Okay, what does the First Amendment not protect, as you say?
Well, it doesn't protect perjury. It doesn't protect defamation. That's pretty much it on it. It doesn't protect whistleblowing, I don't think. At least
protect hate speech either.
It doesn't.
Hate speech? What
However,
you
just
talking about,
insulting
Roberta?
someone's name does not equal hate speech. If that were the case, then, well, geez, I think a lot of people in the U.S. would be convicted very fast.
I'd like to bring someone else in here.
Who?
I have a right to a lawyer.
Who's your lawyer?
So you aren't suing him? You aren't a practicing lawyer?
I have a right to a lawyer as a lawyer.
Who's your
That
lawyer?
is true, but you say you're suing him personally.
Who's your lawyer?
Who's my
Is this
lawyer?
not like a federal? Again, this is more like a federal case than a personal civil suit. I'm not even sure you can sue someone for perjury, or what's it called, or impersonating a judge in a civil suit. Then again, I'm not enrolled into law school, so that seems more like up your alley.
He graduated.
Then again, you didn't know what
I have not
perjury is, so.
Well, who's your
Maybe the
lawyer?
Maybe the law has changed since I went.
Who's your lawyer?
Whoever's in chat. Whoever in chat. This
Whoever's
is
in
honest
chat.
lawyer.
That's the jury.
I'm counting. I am looking at the public defendant that is given to people. I am not paying for a lawyer.
Okay, then you can take your pick in the request to speak category. You got
What do we got? We got Matt Murdock.
Nah, not him. That's not Matt Murdock.
I don't know. That's not Matt Murdock. I know.
I could bring the philosopher up here. You might bring some philosophical something.
You know how there can sometimes be two lawyers.
That
What
is
are you trying-
definitely
like, what?
possible for, like, I guess.
Who? You got to pick
corporate
somebody, my
cases?
boy. You got to pick somebody.
All right, I'm looking at Ray Kashimo. I'm looking at him. And I'm looking at this guy, the Punisher, a little bit too. I'm looking at
The
him a little bit.
Punisher.
And if any of them
The Punisher?
sound like they are under the and if any of them sound like they are under the age of 18, I would request a change.
Okay, my screen tripping right now. Okay, let me just bring you up the philosopher. Let's see what he going to say.
Philosopher, what does this mean? You got to philosophize.
Greetings. So what is the case, gentlemen?
What is the case? I am suing Inferno J for perjury, impersonation of a judge, and also hate speech against my mother.
Insulting your mother's name is not hate speech. Hate speech relates
You gotta
to
understand.
insulting ethnic groups, not to
You
insulting
didn't.
someone's
You
name.
didn't. You didn't hear what this man said.
What did I
He
say?
he co-
My mom.
he
My
talked
mom's
about
right.
Robert. He talked about Roberta being a somewhat funny name. He said nothing about your mother being a homosexual.
What?
Dang.
Okay. You
Where
gotta
did that come
understand
from?
about this.
Where did that come from?
Beefing
My
with your own
mom.
lawyer's crazy.
Yo,
I never picked this man
you
as
don't
my
need a
lawyer.
lawyer for your lawyer, my boy. Hold on, you need a lawyer? You
I
need
didn't
another
pick this
lawyer?
man.
I could get you somebody.
Yeah, I picked two people.
Punisher.
Who was
I
it? Who
feel like
was it? The
he'd be a good
Punisher?
idea.
Yeah,
Where's the Punisher at?
and I saw. Oh, never mind. That
Oh,
man's
Punisher.
13. All right, never mind. I'm not bringing him up.
I don't know what the Punisher gonna do.
I don't know, man. I think he could do something.
Jay,
Yeah.
you're a good man.
Did I just get threatened by the Punisher?
Dude, holy shit.
Oh, nah, you hiring
My
assassins
lawyer-
now.
No,
You just
dude,
hired
holy
somebody
shit,
to
my
hit you.
lawyer-
Hit
My lawyer going to jail.
You put a hit on me.
Dude, I did not do that. I swear to
that's
God, I
quite
had no
illegal,
correlation
bootleg.
to that. No, dude, I had no correlation to that. Get this guy Etten Moore up here. He said, "I will help you, bootleg." He seems pretty trustworthy.
Who? Etmore? What'd you say?
Etten Moore,
Etten.
and also Sukuna. Actually, maybe
You just
not.
brought the
Maybe not
Punisher. You
Sukuna.
about to bring up Sukuna too? Okay. I think I know where this is
let's
going.
No, Judge Jay. It's
Let's not bring
of all the evidence we've gathered in
I
the
don't think we should be
investigation
trying
so
to
far.
bring any more confirmed killers to the
Yeah,
court.
let's actually not bring up. So actually, hold on. This guy's got beef with you. He might have a separate lawsuit against you.
Who?
This guy MUI Beef Man.
MUI. That's not Ultra Instinct Beef Man.
Yeah.
Wasn't he here
hire
earlier?
him,
He didn't have a mic?
Was he? I don't know, man. If he doesn't have a mic,
He
then
was. Like, he was the guy with the
Yeah.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. MUI Beef Man.
What is your case, MUI Beef Man?
Yes, speak.
Yeah, see, he's saying something.
Wait, hold on. I saw the green. All right, never mind. This is
Yo,
the worst
philosopher, you good? Yeah, let out a devious little giggle over there.
It's got to be the worst lawyer of all time.
Yeah, but it's not looking good for you.
Wow.
No,
You
this
know,
is not my
Inferno Jay,
fault.
I could hook up my district attorney with this
Dude,
case.
it
You know,
seems the beef
Oh, who's your-
hounding bootleg for
Perhaps to get more
impersonating a lawyer
against
and
bootleg.
defamation.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
the
you know what? I
problem-
might.
all right, by the way,
Hold on, we
hold
had a
on,
lot
I'm
of people
talking
talking
to
at once.
Jay.
I heard something about suing bootleg, giving him a district
Oh, yes.
attorney.
I could hook you up with my district attorney friend, build up a case against bootleg for, well, actually a civil suit against him for defamation for saying such ridiculous lies as claiming that you're impersonating a judge without any real evidence, as well as committing perjury. And you could indeed sue him as a civil case. You could he would then sue him for impersonating a lawyer in this entire entire charade, despite only being in law school.
You know what? I'm feeling nice today. We gonna give him a pass. All I want is an apology for the false accusations made against me.
I'd like to ask one thing before I give that apology. I'm willing to give that apology. I want to make that very clear first of all. However, I'd like to also ask for an apology against my mother, Roberta, my gay mother, Roberta.
What did that like? I didn't even say a thing about like her sexual identity. I mean, where is that coming from?
Yes, that was the
my
whole I was
gay
saying. You said
mother,
nothing about her homosexuality.
What does that have to do with? I didn't even say that.
I would like an apology. All right.
Where's Roberta? Put her on the phone then.
You want me to call my gay mother, Roberta?
Why do you keep like bringing that part up? What does that have to do with this?
I need to
Why
make.
do you keep bringing up
make
the
that
part
very
that she's
clear.
homosexual to this?
Okay, you know what? If I can talk to Roberta, I'll do it. I'm not gonna say it like to you.
It's also 12:31 where I live, so kind of late.
You should be asleep.
Nah, man, I'm 18. I'm in college.
Nah, the Punisher just said he got Roberto with him.
I'm saying that you should be asleep for your own health, not because of some diktat.
You're 18 and in law school? I'm sorry, I find that a
Yeah,
little
you gotta start early.
I find that a little hard to believe, especially with all the
You gotta start
prerequisites
law
you have
school.
to
No,
have.
you start law school early.
I mean, you can, but no offense, you don't seem like the type to be able to do that.
Are you insulting my intelligence?
No. You really think I would stoop down to that low? Me, the great Saul Goodman?
That's like one of
You
the.
know what?
That's like even crazier than an
willing.
insult. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm willing to throw this entire court case out. All right, and against the will of the people, some people, if you apologize to my mother, Roberta,
I feel like you're not in a
just say,
position to be saying that.
no.
I was about to
I
say,
just
I
need you to
mean,
say, Roberta, I am sorry for making fun of your name, and I respect you. Just say that, and we'll all be over.
I'm saying like I gotta hear it. I gotta talk to Roberta, herself.
Roberta.
It's 12:30. He is asleep.
wake your mother up, man.
Wake her up.
I am not going to wake my mother up for a Discord call. Wait, hold on. My mother has Discord.
What?
All the
Your
more
mother
reason.
has Discord?
Hold on, let me DM her real quick.
Okay,
I
so
don't know if I'm more shocked or disappointed.
You know, I
While
think
you-
this,
This all
I
makes
think this
sense,
sport has
actually.
gone off topic. This isn't even about anime characters, official characters anymore. It's about Jay
This is about
himself now.
Antonio J.
Okay. I'm gonna let you hit up Roberta. If she comes, then she comes. If not, then you ain't getting that apology,
But Mr.
Roberta.
Philosopher, I would have to ask, is Jay not the main character in this anime we call life?
Life is not a goddamn anime, Saul Goodman.
Fair point.
Yeah. Oh my god. What is life then?
Maybe we can do that.
Philosopher, what is life?
Life is a thing that we are all cursed to be a part of. That we are all involuntarily taken into because two other people decided to have intercourse with each other. That is what
Oh. Okay. Yo, someone said the
I
philosopher not
do
cooking.
say, well, that is true. I say that since we're here for the ride, we might as well make the most of it, right? Let
I
us
suppose that is
define what our lives shall be and be remembered as.
I suppose that is a wise sentiment, Mr. Goodman.
Okay.
I appreciate it, Mr. Philosopher.
We're gonna get like one more good case and see if Roberta comes up here. If not, we'll just get like one more good case. Thank you for the input, Mr. Philosopher.
Maybe we could try something for another anime character. Roll a wheel.
Wait, you said roll a wheel? I don't actually have a wheel on hand with characters, but maybe that'd be a good one in the future. I'm gonna see who got the best case for me. Who got the best case? Waiting for so long since the start of the stream. Okay. You want to defend a Nell? Let's hear it.
A Nell. That one's actually not that one's interesting.
Hello, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. A Nell.
All right. I am here this evening to defend Anel for the crime of attacking the Straw Hats and the Shandians. I believe...
Took out his own people, too.
Yeah. I believe it was self-defense. Now...
Didn't he genocide his original island?
See, I want to focus first on his crime of the survival game and attacking the Straw Hats, because here's the thing: the Straw Hats, they committed a crime first. They passed through Heaven's Gate without paying the tax, which was illegal. And Al was just upholding the law. He was trying to arrest them for a crime that they committed. And that was
trying to kill them.
Completely fair. if that's the punishment, like in medieval times, they would execute people for crimes like that, and that if that was part of the law, that was how it went. That was the punishment they decided was fair.
Okay, go on.
And then with the Shandians, they attacked him. They were all trying to get on his island to kill him. He was acting in complete self-defense. Yes, he killed a lot of them, but they were also trying to kill him. If someone breaks into your home and tries to shoot you, is it fair to shoot them back? I think so.
That seems fair enough, yeah.
I've seen people actually go to jail for that, which is crazy.
It sort of depends on the state and the like certain event, like how it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about no self-defense, buddy. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm about to say actually, yeah, can they even hurt a Nell? Because he's got like his
Yeah,
devil
he didn't
fruit
even
that
think
makes him
anyone could hurt him.
invincible.
He thought he was invincible. So how is he self-defending himself?
Also, he destroyed his home island, all of his family and friends, his entire island. He vaporized it.
Oh yeah. All right. I don't think Roberta. I think Roberta gone.
Yeah, I don't think she's picking up. Well, Judge
Okay.
Jay, it was an honor for you to have me in your court today.
Thank you, Mr. Goodman. Thank you for being here, Mr. Goodman. You provided a
course.
lot of valuable
Anytime.
insight here. I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you, Mr. Goodman. Thank you. What is this? Oh, he's DMing Roberta. W. Saul Goodman. W. Saul in the chat, y'all. Should we do one more? Type who you want to defend in the chat right now. I'll pick the most interesting character. Ego Jinpachi. What did he do? You. Okay, y'all not defending me no more. I didn't do nothing. Anakin, Deku or Itachi? What did Deku or Itachi? Yoshikage Kira, the first at. Oh. Saint Charlos. Sukuna. I'm not doing no more Sukuna. Itachi and what is the Itachi and Deku guy gotta say? Kuzan, I'd probably agree, to be honest. Yoga 4 just to defend Griffith. You have a good buddy. I'm sorry, you woke up too early, my boy. I'm sorry, Griffith. I want to hear one with an actual like legitimate argument. We had enough memes. I'm gonna get this Kurapika guy. Deku and Itachi sounds interesting. Deku and Itachi. Where you at? You ain't even. Oh, there you are. Deku and Itachi.
Hello?
Never mind. Kenjaku, Yujiro, or Muzan? They gotta be human. I know Yujiro's a human, but Hisoka, someone already did. Ego. What did Ego do? Let me do Griffith. Lucci. I mean, Kenjaku, Sho Tucker, Kizaru, Ultron Man. Are you saying like Ultraman? D16, I don't know who that is. Omni-Man. I'll do Sho Tucker. He hasn't applied. Anya, what did Anya do? Boo, we already did Boo. Kaido? Turbo Granny? Beru the Ant? Okay. They gotta be like actually defendable because a lot of people have said, oh, they're not human, so we can't judge them, so. We got one more chat. Batman. Kaiser. He in Blue Lock, bro. Like, what do you got to say about? You know what? Okay.
Okay.
So you want to defend Kaiser? What did Kaiser? He a soccer player. What like?
So all I'm gonna say is Kaiser first.
One last chance. Ego. Okay, I keep seeing Ego. I'm interested to see like what he has to say. Yo.
Okay. So Ego, he forced.
If I kick you immediately, they're guilty. Should we just call it? Please choose someone you're going to sleep. The first allegations, my boy. Is your Discord gonna crash again? Let Beppo. What is Beppo's not up here, is he? Beppo's lawyer. I swear to you, if this is another Beppo's lawyer. Yo.
Hello.
So you're defending Beppo for what? Beppo being a pirate?
I'm here to defend Beppo. I know your cousin Inferno J. He has a very big hatred for him.
I wouldn't say that.
So, what sentence do you think Beppo would already have? Because I would like to try and lower that sentence.
Considering he's a part of an infamous pirate crew, he could probably be charged for harassment. I would say like life.
Okay, so I have no idea what you just said, but I assume you said life. So I'm going to try to lower his sentence to at least 45 years. Here's why. So, first we include the harassment charges towards your cousin Inferno J.
Yep.
That with the scale of the harassment, that would lead to around 5 years. Then we also have to take into account when he was facing Blackbeard, he popped a drug, right? So since it's the first offense, that would get him around 1 year. So use it. Also, where is it? Chat master cooking. So including all the other crimes that Beppo has committed.
Yeah, his audio was bugging. Chat. Hold up. I'm gonna end the stage night. Reactivate my camera real quick. Where that? I think we gonna call it there. This was a very, very very fun video. Gonna make a video out of it. Let me know if y'all enjoyed it. Let me know. Be honest. Be honest. Is this like compare it to other things I've done? Like, where would you gauge this on the recent streams? Where would you gauge it? W stream, Discord. Hey, I know you was crashing the whole time, bro. Batman. What do you mean Batman? Absolute Cinema. Okay, thank you. Someone should have done Aaron. I'm surprised no one did Aaron. It's actually, it is pretty surprising. Did I miss any, like, messages? I need to see, because that's like... Let me check before I wrap things up here. Free my boy Darth Vader. He did nothing wrong. What was that from today? If I watched ReZero, a sentence, strongest anime character of all time. I don't know when these are from. Oh, there's only one for today. Free my boy Vander Decken. Is that the same guy who defended him? Thank you to a kind new profile picture. I don't even know. Like, it's just a bunch of lines as his username. Yeah, that's about it for this one. Let's see, yeah. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. Defended Duolingo and Beppo, W stream. 8 out of 10. You should have not done repeating. Yeah, I mean it got tough. It got tough. Curious to see what the squeakers had to say. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the squeakers. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll be back probably Sunday on Twitch. Make sure y'all drop me a follow on Twitch. I'm gonna link it in the chat right now. If you could do me a huge favor. I'll be playing games there, and I probably won't be doing them here as often, so. And it doesn't hurt. If you have a Twitch, if you want to drop me a follow. Make sure you join the Discord too. It's pinned right now. Join the Discord. Whoa, that's a fat link. Make sure y'all join the Discord and follow me on Twitch. I appreciate you all for watching. Drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. It helps a tremendous amount. Let's see how many likes we can get before I end it. We got 70 people. If everyone in here just clicks the thumbs up. Let's see how many we can. Oh, never mind. We have like 218. Never mind. Could we get to like, let's say 250? If we get to 250, you join the Discord as Dark Shadow. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Bootleg hired you, Punisher. Okay. Awesome stream. Thank you. Yes, what was yes? Oh yeah, y'all voted for the Fit Goes Crazy. Thank you. Hisoka. Okay, that's the sign to end the stream. Have a good night, y'all. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Shout out Saul Goodman.